Good morning, Tillman. How are you? Morning, good morning, good morning. Please swipe and invite people if you will. Casablanca, Brady, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody on Facebook Live, everybody on YouTube. I let the YouTube people in late. Hey, Don, first here. Don is always the first here. Good morning. If you would please swipe and invite Las Vegas gal, good to see you. Good morning. Bill, good to see you. Jerry, good to see you. James, switching over to here. Cool. Love Life Daily, good to see you. It's late night in China. Wow. 11 a.m. I know, Jerry. Can you believe it? It's like, where's the day gone? Of course, it's only 8 for me, but good to see you in LP Trek. It is great morning. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, D. Good to see you. Thanks, Bill. Somebody better tell Kramer and Shauna that we're here. Hello from the Bronx. Hello. Good morning. Welcome, Yuta Toka. It is your first day on Periscope. You can call me Patrick. Thank you. That would be easier. Now, if only I can remember that, Patrick. I will try very hard. Seeing these, what you guys call yourself, it's so hard to remember them. Facebook's getting half of my face. There you go. Hey, Kramer, good to see you. Looked at the time. It was 9:30. Wow. Mountain Mouse 66. Good to see you. Did everybody have a great weekend? Why no YouTube? I'm on YouTube. It's on. Mike, I don't know why you're not there. Everybody else is there. Don's there. James is there. You can tell Shauna to be there. YouTube is up and running. Fract joined us. Please swipe and invite if you will. We can get started. All right. So, you will never forget it. James says, call me the libertarian. You'll never forget it. Kaylee, I signed up on YouTube, but chat doesn't work for you. D, I think if you're on a phone or whatever, Carmen, if she's here, she can tell you. You have to scroll down to the bottom if you're on your iPhone. If you're on the PC, you should be able to just log in and be able to chat like everybody else. How is everybody? An iPad? Yeah, I guess it's at the bottom somehow. I don't know. I've never done it. So, you should be able just to do it. Please swipe and invite, and let's get started. Chat is at the very bottom of the phone for YouTube. How about the iPad, Jerry? She's on an iPad. Matt's and 38 blah, 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 blah joined. Don't know about iPad. Sorry. Yeah, James says Chicago gang mass shooting yesterday. Very little MSM coverage. No Yahoo, no BuzzFeed, no nothing. Yep. I can see the chat room button, but shows blank. Weird. That is weird. Yeah, there are people chatting over there right now. Can't even sign into the Google account. That's really weird. Maybe I have to do I don't know if you forgot your password or you have to get a new name or something. I don't know. Somebody needs to tell Shauna. I think Shauna is probably out chasing horses or dogs and she's not here. Maybe you can tell them. Tell her and Carmen to wake up. Wake up and get in here. I'm going to scoot over just a bit. Okay, so good back where the cool kids are, Kramer said. There was a lot that happened, and Tillman just talked about the, hey, Sarah, good to see you. No, I wish I were. I'd be rich. Somebody just asked me any relations to Beyonce. No, but we look alike, don't you think? Nicole, good to see you. So on Sunday, Greg Abbott, who is the governor of Texas. Thanks, Sarah. Good to see you. He signed a ban against sanctuary cities within Texas. Hey, Danny, good to see you. So he did it on on Sunday because he knew there were going to be protests on Monday. Yep, Texas, I think, is most of Texas anyway, maybe pretty happy about that. So I think that's a good step, and it will be such that if sheriffs, let's say, deny that, yeah, don't mess with Texas. If sheriffs don't follow the law, then they're subject to being arrested as well. So good to see everybody. Huey, good to see you. Laura, look at all my late people coming in. Didn't you guys get the notification? 6 minutes in, are you kidding? Dawn was here before I even got YouTube going. Hey, Danny, always good to see you. Good to see everybody on Periscope. I know, Huey. 6 minutes? Really? What were you doing? Oh, gosh. Okay, so that's about Texas. So everybody that is for that in Texas is going to be thrilled. Was walking the baby. Aw. Hey, Mark. I agree with everything you say. Thank you, Mark. You're welcome anytime on Facebook. With that attitude, there are turtles today. Slow moving Sunday. Oh, slow moving Monday, I should say. Yes, I was on yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw my scope yesterday afternoon. Would have been evening for you guys. Lightning fast chicken skewer. Okay, I won't say it the way you wanted me to, Don, but yeah, I did a scope last night. So if you missed it, you might want to see it. It was on LA Child. Good to see you. It wasn't on politics at all. It was on Christianity. It was on God, the Bible. So if you missed that and you want to see that, go for that one from last night. Everybody on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the little bell so you get notifications. Everybody on Periscope, if you would swipe and invite and then retweet this afterwards, that would be great. Everybody on Facebook Live, if you would share this, I would really appreciate it. Okay, some news. And I'll tell you, probably some of the Periscope pundits have already gotten it out there because it sounds bad, so they'll be working this one. Ivanka Trump is leading a group to Germany for the climate change meeting that they're having in Bonn, Germany, and there's some speculation that Donald Trump may be kind of softening his position on climate change, and he may be staying in it, but we don't know that for sure. But what we do know is that Ivanka is headed over there, and I'm hoping he doesn't change his position, because if he does, that would be, for me, a big disappointment. Yeah, I know. Ivanka shouldn't have as much influence as she has. Yeah, I know, Patrick, but she does, and and that's going to be a really difficult thing because he really relies on her and always has in business and everything. So I think that we just need to keep voicing our opinions, that we are against climate change, and make sure that he understands our position. I think that attacking Ivanka is not the route to do it. It's not the way to get his attention. I think that if you attack somebody in his family, he's probably just going to not even listen to you at all. She can go and check out the fashions. President Trump not swaying his position. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, I hope that's right, Jerry. I don't care if she goes. Go away. Go there, whatever. But let's not change our position on climate change. I'm all for people who want to, learn different ways to recycle and make the air cleaner, all that. But let's not get into the BS about climate change and make that a part of it. Hey, Rhonda. Um, Rhonda, somebody else is going. The EPA is going, Rhonda. So Rhonda wanted to know if anybody else is more qualified to attend, and the EPA is going with her. I don't know if that's more qualified, but at least that's in the category. Hey, Amy, good morning. I'm not thrilled that anybody from the U.S. is going, but I guess it's kind of expected, maybe expected of us to go and at least attend, and not be closed-minded to see what they have to say. Hey, Karen, but good morning, good morning, Amy. How are you? Uh, Don was setting up a hoop house greenhouse while the trolls on Periscope did their work last night. Stop the libs that make hostile climate greenhouse gases. Oh, Don. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Thank you, everybody on Facebook Live, for sharing this. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't want to get to, I don't want to panic about it and go, oh my God, Donald Trump has gone back to climate change. Some folks at the EPA that polluted the river in Colorado, I think. Oh, well, that's good. That's just what we want, Laura. Just the experts that polluted the water over there. Flying at 30,000 feet, dumping unfiltered exhaust gas to go to Europe to discuss climate change. Yep. You got it, James. I'm not thrilled anybody from the U.S. is going either, Mark said. Yeah, why? Here's the thing. We have this thing called the internet. We have this thing called, go-to meetings, that type of thing. Hey, Texas Finn, why can't we just do that? We could log on, Skype, woohoo, I mean, come on, and we could just watch and participate that way. We don't need to be sending people over there. Don says Obama committed us to a non-treaty. Of course. Greetings. Do you think that Don and Eric are jealous of Ivanka's influence? No. Heard anything about head of ISIS killed by U.S. and Afghan forces? A couple days ago. A dude company. That's good. Environmental issues. I missed the first part of that, Jerry. I just think that they're, let's not get so involved. But, if she's going, fine. EPA's going, fine. That's part of their, at least the EPA, that's part of their jobs to do, I guess. At least that's what Obama made him do it. Saw it, DML site? Okay. Yemen, Don said. Yes. Let's see. The Federal Appeals Court in Virginia is supposed to be reviewing the sound waves were used to clean up the huge oil spill in the Gulf. Job news equal crickets lately? Yeah. 4.4 unemployment wasn't good enough, I guess, to talk about. Mike said jets are the dirtiest engine. That is great deal. It was cool that you pointed that out. But the Federal Appeals Court in Virginia is going to be reviewing that travel restrictions executive order today. Do you suppose sending her is merely appeasing the left? Probably, Rhonda. And I would think also that they probably really want to know whether or not what they can do. Is there anything that the United States can do that won't be, silliness in with the climate change stuff? Perhaps. Maybe they want to look at new innovative things. I don't know what the talk is exactly going to be about. Probably for me, it's going to be about a waste of time. Yes, heard that about the review. Karen said. I'm not sure what that went with Karen because I kind of missed the conversation going over back and forth. They use cancer-causing chemicals in the Gulf after, Don said, at Horizon. More We Are the World concerts. More We Are the World concerts, silly child. We are the world. Yeah, exactly. And again, I guess if we don't go, then it makes the rest of the world say, oh, the United States doesn't care. We do care, but we don't have to be ridiculous. I think those things are typically a waste of time. Yes, the Virginia 4th Circuit Court of Appeals today. Let's work on pollution and not ignore it in China or India. Good seeing. Thank you, Bill. Rhonda says, what about Jared's family getting money from Soros? Any truth to that? It wasn't Jared's family, Rhonda. It was Jared specifically that supposedly got money from Soros for the investment at the address of 666 Fifth Avenue that Jared owns. Without climate change, it would be summer all year long. Yep, and that's about all it is. And again, it's great to work on things that will help the environment, but let's not buy into the silliness of climate change. And I know some people are, they think that climate change is real and they don't think it's silly. So Kushner's handing out visas. Well, Patrick, it's not Kushner. It's his sister. We don't have to pollute while China and India continue to do so. True. People who money. Yeah, the other thing what people are talking about is that the sister of Jared Kushner allegedly pushed Chinese citizens in a presentation at Beijing hotel to invest hundreds of dollars in a luxury New Jersey apartment complex that would help them obtain an investor visa. So basically, what happens? Hey, Renee, good to see you. Basically, what happens is, according to this story anyway, she is trying to get people from, let's say, China to invest in these properties in New Jersey, and they're promised that if they invest dollars, which will create jobs here, that they will get visas. People have spent their lives studying environmental science have no say. A lot of people have no say. James said, why do I need a catalytic converter at ground level, but jets do not need exhaust filtering at 30,000 feet? Because I am the lowest common denominator. Yeah, you don't have the money, James. Karen said, yes, only minority of scientists approved of climate change. Was that Christian scientists? I couldn't get the rest of that, Karen. Don said, let Soros buy windmills and solar and invest less in Antifa and BLM. Yeah, but we all know that those windmills and the solar stuff that Obama had us spend money on didn't really work. Just come to the USA 7 months pregnant and leave with the anchor baby, according to Texas Finn. Karen, it's not about numbers, it's about info, not a collective issue. I hate to say this, but Kushner family business sounds a lot like the Clinton style. Well, it's true, Rhonda. It's starting to sound like that. And supposedly Jared didn't have anything to do with what his sister was doing. The president is not a collective. No, but Obama only referred to the minority. I do what I can to recycle and compost bins, but not an environmental wacko. Again, not numbers based. Yeah, the thing of it is, everybody can do a little thing. I mean, like in California, we recycle all of our plastics. They give us an extra trash can to do that. That is the big news no one talks about with Chinese ladies. Yep, they come here and they have their babies, and yep, and they have American citizens. The windmills are making people sick that live close to them. Wow. Hey, Miss Second Amendment, how are you? U.S. top in Georgia. Trump has some splaining to do with his Kushner and Ivanka thing. L.A. child said. Is that what the environmentalists recommended good enough? Well, I mean, we're reducing the size of the EPA. I mean, we have to be careful about what we're doing. If we reduce one thing on the EPA, we can't say, at the same time, oh, yes, and now we believe in climate change. Yet they banned dumpster diving for the homeless there. Yeah, Don, that's true. For God's sakes, don't feed the homeless, right? Couldn't have you do that. That might be environmentally wrong or something. The science is there, but the technology doesn't support the desired outcome yet. So I don't know. With it's not a cartoon. It's not black or white issue. Thoughtfulness is required. Well, I think a lot of the scientists say that climate change is not true. It's proven that it isn't true. Sounds very cruel to the homeless. It is very cruel to the homeless. I mean, you're not allowed to feed the homeless in some states because whatever. I mean, whatever reason. And I get some of it. They don't want people harming the homeless. But come on, churches going out to feed the homeless, there's something wrong with that? Yeah, me too, Robert. Robert believes in climate change from summer to winter and winter to fall and fall to spring, and it's kind of amazing. But I think when so many people say that it's based on a lie, we just and it's been proven that it is, we go back again and talk about the issue again and again and again. I was raised on the Bible, you can go to hell for that one. No, you can't go to hell for that one. But the majority of scientists who affirm climate change are being defunded. Yeah, they should be. Yep, we call it a season. Mother Nature recycles. Rhonda said, well, technically the climate is always changing, but global warming, cooling is cyclical. It is the drama of it. If we don't, but into it, buy into it. Major protests in France. Who has proven climate change is a lie? What? Just look it up. Hey, Shauna, how are you? Good that you're here. It's been talked about and talked about, Andrew, over and over again. Depends on what side you want to believe. Cow's fart increases the meth worse than CO2. Well, in California, they regulate those now. Yes, just look it up. Go to go look it up on Google. Well, you're asking me, but you're just as good about looking things up as I am. It depends on who you're listening to. So if go and look and see who's pro and who's con, and then you'll have your answer. Al Gore's mentor said their data was flawed. Go look it up. Yeah. It's been debated over and over and over, and the debate never ends. If you don't know, why are you assuming a form of oh, please, Andrew? This is a discussion. It's not a leadership. Get back to your outline. Yeah, I know. Whatever, Monty. Liberal sites will always support Obama. Morning late in. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Shauna was in the barn working but listening even as it just froze. Ah. There's also something that came out this weekend. I guess a lot of people are really concerned about. Um, I know, I know, D. I mean, geez, I'm not left or right. I'm not a cartoon. I'm a global citizen. Well, that's good, Andrew. I'm a citizen of the United States. My periwinkle hearts are pretty with the peach ones. I support WikiLeaks. A year, it's 10x, so all the slackers in Cali get free facts. EB5 selling citizenship to foreigners. Hey, how are you, Sergio? Yeah, EB5 that came out. Looking for your coffee. Uh, what you decide affects the future for all. Well, Andrew, that's been that way since the beginning of time. Good morning, Freebird. Hey, Monique, good to see you. Yes, Andrew, since the beginning of time, whatever affects one person is going to affect somebody else. That's nothing new. And then that will be always the way it is. Getting your second cup of coffee, that's good. I don't know, LA child. It's starting to be a question I'm thinking. So thoughts on French elections and blackout of media. Pretty interesting, Rhonda. Thinking about Macron, a lot of Christians are looking at him as sort of helping to usher in the Antichrist, if you will, because he's very much. Andrew, you don't have to be busy with this one. If you don't like this scope, you're free to go. I mean, you do whatever. Um, they think that Macron is helping to usher in the end times. Good morning, Dawn. Just the news, Dawn. Just the news. And I think that people looked at him and they knew that he was going to win, that he would beat Le Pen. A lot of Christians were saying that, and they feel that it is something where um, he is going to bring in more acceptance of Islam in France. So going towards that New World Order, globalist type view. The family Clinton and Bush are reptilians. At least I would agree with that on the Clintons. Hello, hoe cake. Monique believes the same. Yeah, and to black it out so that the news media doesn't really see anything. Isn't that pretty suspicious? Doesn't it tell you a lot? Yeah, we got Jesus, don't need Islam. That's true. And Rhonda says she's imposed a travel ban for France in her home. Oh, gosh. Andrew, we'll see you later, bud. So, you got thrown out, Karen? Wow. Andrew just had to leave, too. I know. It's like people come in and they try to make the scopes whatever they want. It's like, okay, this is my scope, and you can have your own scope. And if you don't like this scope, you can leave this scope. I mean, nobody's like making you stay, We don't have to have a confrontation every time. Last night was like filled with trolls. That's really weird. I made him cry. I know. Well, maybe now you'll have time to go look up how silly climate change is. I love these people when they come in. Okay, so who is it? Well, you tell me. Well, how are you a leader? I'm like, oh my God. God has a plan. Prophetic word spoken over Macron will have change of heart. We will see. Huh. Let's hope so, Jerry. That would be nice. I think France is going to need that. And it's funny. I guess Russia was congratulating him. There we go. Good morning, Marlene. After they think that Russia hacked, into his account, right? So now Russia's congratulating him. I believe Saudi Arabia did too. Monique says she speculates Obama will influence Macron and Merkel to give all of their refugees and immigrants new identities so that they can be free to travel to America. Well, the fact that Obama endorsed Macron was enough for me to know that that wasn't somebody that I would vote for if I were there. Dee says people are making a career with climate change. They're threatened. Yes. Al Gore has like 5 homes. Global warming much? Yeah, Cully. And not only that, but if you've ever looked up online to see how much it costs to run one of Al Gore's homes, I think in Tennessee, it's astronomical, and the lights on everywhere. Shauna says exactly. Does one accept Islam? Blows her mind how. Hold on. Something came up and blocked it. How people can't see Islam is not peace. Jeb would have introduced the France winner. No kidding. Thanks for sharing, Robert. Yeah, it's amazing, totally amazing that. But we'll see what happens in France. I think it's not a good thing for France, but it's amazing how many people in France thought this was a really good thing. Or celebrating in the streets and everywhere else. But France has chosen who they want, so they'll have the consequences that go along with it. Yes, pray for them, Jerry says. Absolutely. Peasants are obnoxious the way they point out Gore's energy use. You mean how we point out the hypocrites? Is that what you mean, Texas Finn? Leo DiCaprio. Only 65% turnout for the runoff. Wow. They said they're a cesspool. They have to live in it. Yep, Laura said. Aren't we? Aren't we hypocrites? No, I don't think so. Islam is a religion of PIECE, body pieces, says Karen. I posted on Twitter a checklist on Islam for the French to refer to. Keep it in their pockets as a handy guide, Shauna said. Well, I'm Catholic, so I don't know what that means, LHI. I don't know who you were responding to on that one, so. Hypocrites. Islam won't accept you. No, you get it twisted. Don't know what that means, Texas Finn, but Islam won't accept you, and if you don't submit, then you will die, according to the Quran. All right, so there's a guy online who is a senior writer at Newsweek. He's also written for, who else did he write for? I forget. Some other liberal liberal papers. I was agreeing, but you twisted it. Opposite meaning. Andrew is gone. Relax. Texas fan. I am relaxed, but I couldn't. When everybody's talking at one time and it's not going together, I don't know which one you're talking about. So there's a guy named Kurt Eichenwald, and I wrote about it at SusanKnowles.com. Senior writer for Newsweek and others. He had some really nasty things to say about the GOP and their families regarding the repeal of Obamacare. And you can go there and you can see I gave a number of tweets that he's the worst, Patrick. Cully said, ask a liberal if they will take a Muslim into their home. He is gross, yeah. What happened, he has a pre-existing condition. So does his wife. And, he's concerned that the pre-existing conditions won't be covered. He He's concerned about that because he's heard people like, fear mongers like Nancy Pelosi and others who say basically people are going to be dropping dead in the streets because they won't have their pre-existing conditions covered. Uh, so what he said was, as one with pre-existing condition, I hope every GOPer who voted for Trump Care sees a family member get long-term condition, lose insurance, and die. And that basically that was one of many things that he said that were just so unthinkable. Yes. Wow, that's bad karma. Yeah, no kidding, Ellie child. I know. Face palm there, Monique. And it just, I mean, it really got worse. And I, again, ooh, that's terrible. I can see, hey, Diamond, well, he just cursed himself. Yep, karma is a B. Hello, Queen's Lady Star, Bug Star. People are getting insane. And what he did was, somebody afterwards, after he posted that, they said, hey, you really need, yeah, bless his soul, Barbara, he's going to need it. You really need to change that because, that's not good of you to say that. Some friends of his, I guess. So he did make some changes, but some of the other things that he said were just as bad, if not, worse. But that one was pretty egregious. And if somebody on the right had said that, they would be looking for a new job today. The guy ought to be glad that nobody's calling for his resignation, and then he wouldn't have insurance at all, and he would have to go back to Obamacare or whatever that he can get. And he talked about and again, I understand. I had petitioned to stop AHCA, explained why she's wrong, won't see the truth. Karen, a lot of people just don't want to see it because they believe people like Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters. Yeah, go ahead, Bill. I mean, call Newsweek. I had problems with that dude way back months ago. He's evil and bitter guy. It sure sounds like it. Again, it's fine to be upset about something. He's the one suing for the seizure someone sent him on tweet. I don't know what that, Marlene, I don't know about that. It's fine for somebody to be upset and express the fact that they are upset. What's not correct and appropriate is how you express yourself. Wishing for other people's demise and death is not one of them. Yeah, I know. Dude. Did I say dude? Yeah, Eichenwald is suing Twitter guy over seizure. I don't know what that one is. Once you're emotionally invested, it's hard to say you are wrong, right? Did the GOP share the same fears when Obamacare kicked in? See, the thing of it is, Monique, all these people are going crazy over that. And there was a time, I know this is hard to remember, but 7 years ago, we didn't have Obamacare. We had insurance, and people weren't dying on the streets. I don't know, Diamond, if I don't know who said dude, but I guess I said dude. He had the people arrested and prosecuted, sued them, and still raging his, wow, scare tactics, hurting people. Bingo. Someone sent him a tweet that caused him to have a seizure. What? That's amazing. I don't know how you prove that connection. That's is he? I'm guessing he's not winning, or did he win that lawsuit? I mean, because that's just he won the lawsuit. Does anybody know? Did he win it? I've written many articles, never had wished him harm to anyone, so he took it to court and won. Unbelievable. What did he win? How much money did he win? I mean, that is just so unbelievable. How much money do you get for biting your tongue? That was before government insurance. Oh, long time ago. Gosh. Ninth Circuit. I know. He faked the seizure. It's so obvious. Wow. Patrick, that's just awful. You're welcome, Anton. Or is it Antonio? Sorry. Antonio Daniel. And still trying to trash the person. Unbelievable. It is, well, is it amazing in a jury would rule that way today in these times? Nothing nothing amazes me. It just made us all sick. Let's sure we feel ill. Yeah. auction off his belongings about a month ago. Tongue buddy days are over. Now it's all what about my feelings day. That's unreal. Somebody said Kurt did win that case. The world is upside down and backwards. When you get a chance, look up what he did early in his career. Too, it's creepy. Uh, and yet he's working for Newsweek. I guess that's one of the reasons I don't buy Newsweek. Didn't even know why the reason was, but now I know for sure. Unbelievable. Next time I see a liberal tweet that makes me sick, I'm going to sue. Wow. Mrs. Second Amendment said that. Very few honest people anymore. That's true. I hope he appeals. Yeah, I do too. I mean, I can't even believe how crazy that is. What did he do to you, Susan? He didn't do anything to me. He wrote a tweet that says, as one with pre-existing conditions, I hope every GOPer who voted for Trump Care sees a family member get long-term condition, lose insurance, and die. That was a Texas court? Jeez. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There, somebody from Fox News, a Fox News contributor, it was across state lines, I'm pretty sure. One finger points at us while three point back at him. Go to the Fourth Circuit, try to appeal. Well, the Fourth Circuit is in Virginia. He talking about your parents, they voted Trump. Heck with him, yeah. I know, Queen Lady, Bug Star. Um, no wonder it's a dibs. Oh, Karen. Does anybody know who George Will is? Yeah, everybody's true colors are coming out, Diamond. George Will is a Fox News contributor. Need to be careful. And he's now he left Fox News to go over to NBC and MSNBC. Weekly Standard, yeah. So he's gone from Fox. It seems like everybody's gone from Fox except Shepard. He better back off. People will hurt his stupid behind. Well, I don't know. I think a guy like that, he's so filled with anger. Check pants Republican, James said. Used to do ABC a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, so everybody's leaving. Check. I know. James said check pants. Evenly mad about the youth movement at old employer. Huh. So, let's see. He left the Republican Party. He left Fox News as a contributor. It's almost like everybody's gone mad these days. Well, yeah, pretty much Bug Star. People are, it's in times, and that we're going to see more and more of that. I dislike all MSM. I do too, Laura. There's hardly anybody that you can trust what they're saying anymore. You find out what they were feeding from, so don't watch any. Yep. Yep. So another thing that was in the news, this is really, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if this was random or what it was, but, and I didn't see this in the MSM, so this is one of the reasons I'm telling you about it. In Boston, Bill Kristol didn't like him either. I'm worried about conditions of people's souls and politics anyway. Yep, cut the cable, bank the bucks. There you go. Laura, good idea. Um, in Boston, these two doctors were engaged, man and a woman. Doctor, she was 38, he was 49. I know. And the police found them with their throats slashed. Um, and I'm going to have to spell this because I don't know what this guy's name is, but they arrested a man by the name of Bampumin, Bampumin, last name Teixeira, 30 years old. And they found him when he was firing a gun at the police. And he has a criminal record, 2 bank robberies in 2014 and 2016. He is a suspect. I can't believe I ever watched CNN and MSNBC. I can't identify with that type of hate or any hate at all, Monique said. I know it's, hey, Hugh, good morning. Thank you, Hugh. Hugh always mentions my hair. Thank you, Hugh. Um, so I don't know if this was, say, a guy trying to rob these people, if he knew them or whatever, but it's absolutely horrendous story. And he was out of jail, I know. Oh, he was from Guinea-Bissau, Africa? They should have put a bullet in him, Laura said. I mean, these two doctors, one was an anesthesiologist. I can't remember what the other one was, and now they're gone. It's horrible. CNN and NBC would have him on all their shows. Yeah, probably, Robert. Macron pays female staff 26% less than male staff. Wow, he should get in touch with Hillary Clinton. Have something in common. Country of origin is 25% Muslim. Sick freak, what was his reasoning? Nobody said yet. Was he Islamic? I don't know. Don't know what that name is. The Murdoch boys are taking Fox to the dark side. Liberal, sorry, late entry. ABA, that's okay. The other was an eye doctor. Okay. Why in the world would any judge let this guy out of jail in April? I know, Monique. I have no idea. Don said he sounds like a nice guy. Would you love to see more love in this world? Would love to see more love in this world. Yep. Yes, D, would be nice, wouldn't it? Thank you, Hugh. uh, yeah, I think we've forgotten a little bit about, not us in here, but the world has kind of forgotten a little bit about love and respect and country of origin ruled by a dictator. Oh, that's nice, wordsmitter. Jeez. Love and margaritas. That just won't happen in these last days. I know, Karen. But we can be the light. We can be the light that's missing. And that's what we're really called to do, right? So we keep loving people. We keep treating them well. Be the light. Even when around us everything is falling apart. It's hard to do sometimes, but, what part of what I was talking about, yes, and the salt. But it's hard sometimes. Yes. The left never talks about a united America, right? I know. They barely talk about America. Humanity has a mentality that they can create the problem and let someone else fix it later. Salt of the earth while we're still here. Rhonda said, did you see the video of the gang who threw the old lady with dogs in the pool? Yes, Rhonda, that was not good at all. I don't know what state that was in, but this woman was walking her dogs near a pool. Somebody yelled out, throw her in. And they picked her up, and I guess she was a grandma, threw her in. I guess the dogs didn't get thrown in. She got thrown in, and then everybody ran. She was an elderly woman, yeah. Yeah, and people were laughing and stuff like that. It's like, gosh. But, whenever we see stuff like that, we do have to remember there are really good people out there, still out there. She was slammed to the pavement when the kid fell with her. Great. Miss a lot of the media on, wow, that's terrible. You don't really need religious belief, just morals. Do you think Jesus would not want us to fight back if it ever came to that, or having to defend ourselves? Of course you're supposed to fight back. You have to defend yourself. Why no manners anymore? In times not so old, do you think it appeared to be a public pool party, private party? I'm not sure. Hey, Cannabis, Miss Cannabis, how are you? Why such inconsiderate people? I would say many people, a lack of God or a lack of godliness. Turning the other cheek was regarding spiritual matters, not temporal ones. Yes. Hey, Sherry, good morning. Yeah, I mean, you're not, Monique, you're not supposed to be, as a Christian, you're not somebody's doormat. You defend yourself and fight back. They serve Satan, Antonia said. Kara says, true. Yeah, we serve a righteous God. You're not. Where do you think morals came from? 10 Commandments. We need Jesus. Absolutely, Marlene. And a lot of people look at the 10 Commandments as not being valid anymore. Yes, and parents are not raising children or teaching kids having kids, or kids having kids. Yeah. I mean, when you hear that in some churches that the 10 Commandments are no longer valid, you have to wonder, okay, are we in a spiritual battle? And yes, we are. The woman that filled in for Spicer, wasn't that Huckabee's daughter or something? Ask for God to turn their hearts of stone to hearts of flesh. Yes, they will meet God one day. Absolutely. Don says, Susan, I may be wrong, but I would have shot them or stuck a knife in one or two. We believe you, Don. She did a good job. Yeah, I mean, we still need to be the ones that talk about God. That when we're doing scopes or whatever we're doing, we need to be talking about God and being the light. Or if we're not talking about God, showing God in us by what we do. Monique said that was Sarah Huckabee. Ask for God to unharden their hearts. She's his assistant. You betcha, Susan Marlene said. Yeah, Barbara, that was Sarah Huckabee. Candlelight official, Donald Trump is the new Lord and Savior. No, he's not candlelight official. Yeah, I don't say a thing there, which is watched. Okay, you two are talking together. Nope, he's not. I think candlelight official was just being facetious to draw attention. Only one Lord and Savior, David Duke. If you guys could read the comments there, it was enough to make me cry. Can't wait until every knee will bow and every tongue confesses that Jesus Christ is Lord, Sherry said. Absolutely, Sherry. But our president does follow the tenets of Christianity, Ella King, a child said. I see less and less morality these days. Yep. Yeah, the world is darkening quickly. I know, LA Child. I always call you LA King, I swear. Ah. God never said I was perfect. I was made in his image, and at times he's a vengeful person. Don. Uh, Sometimes I have to edit what Don says. Let's just put it that way. Uh, don't blame me, but can you say, okay, Rhonda, I think we really need to pray for these people who attack us and our values. Absolutely, Rhonda. Pray for them that they would be saved before the end times, the very last day. Morality's out the window with liberals. I think people think that, our ABC, NBC, CBS, I don't know, song on May will take time to read Dawn. Yeah. I think, yeah, I won't say. Never mind. Pray that God opens their eyes and ears. Yes. I think people think that they have plenty of time and they don't need to worry that, if there really is a God or whatever, they can wait until the very last times, or we're really not in the end times. Are they fake news? I mean, I don't think they are, but sometimes they are song. I'm so happy that we have Christian speakers in politics today, such as yourself, Susan. Thank you. I did a scope last night. If you didn't see it, you might want to go check it out. It was all about what should the church do, and you can see fight with fire with water, not fire. Oh, fight. Okay, fight fire with water, not fire. Thank you. He won't force himself on a hardened heart. True. Today is the day of salvation. Tomorrow is not given. Liberals are misguided. They don't realize many things they do. I pray that we are in a time of revival. Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you, Barbara. The scope last night, it was amazing how many trolls come in when we talk about God. They come in, and a lot of hateful stuff came out last night from people. A lot of people had to be blocked. Be not afraid, Freebird said. Which version of the Bible most Americans use? I use the New King James Version. I don't know what everybody else uses. Rhonda said, I see so little respect for themselves and one another. The only guy could only talk, yeah, about Jesus. Yeah, some guy last night could only talk about Jesus' skin color, asking if he's black or white. Satan knows when we are together. Antonio likes that version. Yeah, when somebody comes in and they start talking about Jesus' skin color and they don't give it up, that's when you know that person is a true racist and really needs to go. I mean, that was pretty obvious. Yes, was on prayer request scope and had trolls. Oh yeah, but God in the title. Put God in the title and the trolls show up. Yep. And it's funny too when you're in a scope and then you start talking about God, it's like turning a light on and watching the roaches run. It's just like they scatter, and that's when you know. I'm not a Pope Francis fan. I'm not Catholic. That's all he wanted to know is the skin color. Yep, that's it. If we aren't being persecuted, we're not doing it right. True, Marlene. It triggers the trolls. It really does. It absolutely does. Amplified and cross-check with other version. Bible Gateway is good for that. Atheist. Yeah, there's yeah. There was an atheist in last night's scope. Yeah, even like Child says even Catholics may not be into this Pope. One of the atheists in there last night uh, was he was fine with being there. He said, I'm not Christian, but I'm not against Christians. So he was very polite. He didn't cause trouble. He just sat and listened, and that's fine. Maybe we were planting seeds last night. I'm not concerned about the color of people's skin, but their values. Rhonda said. James says I feel the same when I bring up the simulation hypothesis theory. Okay, James, we're gonna have to block you now. Just kidding. The Passion Translation Bible by Brian Simons is coming out too, and it's excellent. Jerry said, "Farming for Jesus." Ah. Yeah, Don said, but the atheist listened you out. I guess yeah, the atheist listened, and he was polite, and he did stay the whole scope, I believe. So pretty much the whole scope. Not that he'll be back, but again, maybe he saw how Christians acted last night, and saw that it wasn't a bad thing. It's okay to explore your faith and recommend it. Yes, and it's funny right now. You can see the numbers dropping right now because people were talking about God are like, oh, I can't be in a scope talking about God. Oh, I didn't see what you spelled, Tex. Yeah, it's funny, and then you kind of know it separates the light from the dark, and that's okay, and as long as you're planting seeds and people are hearing it. That's all we're supposed to do. Some people addicted to politics. Yes, Karen. And politics, while it may be addictive, should never be your focus. I mean, it's fine to I do politics every day, and I watch politics all the time. But politics is not my God. I know who my God is. I wonder if God is testing Christians to see how we act when being under attack. Rhonda asks. I think so. I'd rather see the light. The whole scope last night was about um, cyberbullying. A lot of that. How are you supposed to react to people on social media when they're doing cyberbullying? And they don't just do it to children; they do it to adults as well. Um, Next topic. Did anybody hear Revelation said Jesus would pass his hand over his people one more time? Anybody hear about the teacher in Colorado? American politics were founded on Christian principles, according to L.A. Child. Huh. Caesar Borgo's face. I know. It is so tempting to lash out and be filled with hate. Yes, Rhonda, it is. And we're certainly not supposed to do that. But we're not supposed to lay down and take it either, Rhonda. We can defend ourselves. Okay, so there's a teacher in Colorado at a school, and that's up on my SusanKnowles.com if you want the whole story, the name of the school district, and all that. On Cinco de Mayo, allegedly, the teacher had students beat a pinata with Trump's face on it as part of the Cinco de Mayo celebration. And the teacher is currently on paid administrative leave until an investigation is done. Investigation is starting today. Yeah, I know. I don't know if it was a she or a he. I know. Can you believe if anybody had done that with Obama, they'd be out the same day. There wouldn't be an investigation. They'd be gone. Why does there need to be an investigation? I guess you just want to make sure, get two sides of the story. I don't think the Secret Service is involved. I know. Should have used a French flag to be historically correct. Didn't she or he learn? The only when I looked up Obama to see if anybody had done that to him during his presidency, and the only thing that I saw, remember the teacher in North Carolina who told her class that they could be one kid in the class they could be arrested for speaking ill of Obama, and I know she was suspended. I don't know if she ever got fired or she came back. The teacher that used a squirt gun, yep. And these are the people that are teaching their youth. That's right. Those schools are progressive schools. They've been progressive since the beginning. Yeah, it's allegedly until they prove it one way or the other. Don says when he's confronted with force, he's not going to lay down. That's what got me shot and stabbed for minding my own business in a state that limits handguns. Yeah, the NC teacher thought we were North Korea brainwashing our kids. Yeah. Yeah, I guess she didn't know, she didn't remember this little thing about free speech. So, if true, the teacher is instigating hate and divisiveness. That's true, Rhonda. Susan, how about the San Diego board meeting and the parent that spoke up about Islam being taught in school? Yeah, there was the dad, free what? Free free speech. There was a dad at the meeting in San Diego. Remember that when I told you about a couple of weeks ago where the San Diego Unified School District wanted to follow CARE because CARE said that Muslim kids were bullied in school. So the San Diego Unified School District said that they were going to give safe spaces and start teaching Islam and social studies, and offer probably I think prayer rooms was part of going in the safe space. And so one dad went to the meeting and basically started. He really let him have it, and they told him, "Okay, your time's up." And they had the police come up. They almost arrested him, but he stopped. So I don't know the outcome. I'm still trying to find out the outcome. I haven't heard that it's going to be any different. But I'll tell you what, I don't know, Karen. It's been in our water a long time, whatever it is. Uh, but Obama, it was the beginning of us realizing she had dementia. Oh, wow, Tex. We need to expel care, right? Everyone should watch it. He took action. Hey, Nan, what they should do is everybody in that school in San Diego, everybody should take their kids out. They should just take your kids out of school there, and that problem will go away very, very quickly. Monique said Indiana's Butler University, strong supporter of Trump during the campaign, goes anti-Trump teachings over the weekend. Wow. And I think that's what they're going to have to do. But a lot of parents are involved in work and worried about work and feeding their kids and all like that. And they're not going to show up at meetings. They're not going to take their kids out of school because they're sitting there going, well, where else would I send my kid? And so a lot of it will keep going on. Huh. Kamala Harris dropped the F bomb. Oh, that's really good, Kamala. God, I can't stand that woman. Oh, schools are babysitters. It seems a lot of them are. Two parent working households led to this. She's so gross. She is. Kamala wants to be president. Parents need to ask the child what they're learning, check their homework assignments, and a lot of parents never do. Karen Muslim Brotherhood are terrorist front groups, Don said. Yeah, but it used to be that parents would stick together and parents would get stuff done. And they're really going to have to do that if they want to see a change. I mean, that's just all there is to it. It's not going to happen otherwise. It's only going to get worse. I'm not surprised that the San Diego Unified School District did that. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. So anyway, you guys, I got to get going. I hope you watch my show tonight. It's on the restitution of all things. My guest is Joseph Farah. You're very welcome. D, thanks for coming in. He is the CEO and founder of WND.com. It's on at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you go to SusanKnowles.com, you'll see it. You can also go to Spreaker.com, just type in Susan Knowles, and you'll see it as well. So everybody have a great day. God bless you, Antonio, and everybody else. Thank you for coming. Please, if you would, just thank you. Have a great Monday. If you would go ahead and retweet this, I would really appreciate it. Thank you again for coming in. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Jerry. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a great day. All right, everybody on YouTube, thanks so much for coming. If you would, thank you, Don. Just share this with everybody. I would really appreciate it. You have a great day, you guys, and I'll see you back again tomorrow. Take